Okay, so let's go ahead and first I want kind of a little bit more color on the kind of blend here on these colorways. So we'll go to our model. Okay, so right here, let's go to add additional curve. Actually, not group. We'll go to curve. We'll go set to the color mode. Okay, we'll go color mode, and just to match, we're going to maybe blue. Okay, you can notice we apply to everything, so we want to be sure we clip just to the model. So I just slightly want to correct. Just slightly color, kind of put it in here. Also some saturations maybe, and don't worry if you do apply too much, we'll modify that afterwards. I just see it's a little bit more kind of like almost magenta, little bit bluish color. Just very slightly color correction. Okay, and we'll leave it here. We'll come back when we need to apply more. So the next I want to add more shadows because she's up front, so we'll want to add some shadows here. In this case, we'll go create another layer. This will be dodge and burn that will apply in the scenery. So remember, we created one before that was for the model. This time we're going to kind of start to matching with our scenery. Okay, with 10%, so we'll go right here and we'll just add slightly darker some areas just to match a little bit of shadows. Okay, let's go to white, add a little bit some areas, but I think overall that one should work fine. Okay, it's about right. We can also add just slightly maybe curve. Let's go to saturation. And just look on it, just reduce slightly saturation down on the shadows, and maybe low right here, kind of mid, just blend slightly, little bit better right there on saturation. Okay, so you can see we kind of add more in adjustments layers as we're going along. Her skin look very clean, so let's go find some any greenish dirty material, and I'm just going to use some like this will work. Okay, we'll go try to stretch this one to cover all of her body. Right there will work about right. Okay, next we'll go to again map it to her, so you can see right here we have this outline going. Okay, and we can go ahead and switch to soft light, but again you notice it's have color casting, so same. Let's go switch to black and white, and as a black and white going, we can try to maybe add, play a little bit more with the coloring. Okay, right here. Okay, let's switch, try multiply mode. Let's see, multiply will add a little bit effect, kind of greenish, so I don't know if it's work. A soft light, I think, give it kind of like dirt look on her. I don't want to apply this dirt everywhere, so for this we'll go create a mask. Okay, and as a mask going, we can go to fill up with a black color, and we can start brushing in. So with a white color, 10%, so we can start kind of adding this extra dirt kind of texture on here. You can find a different type of the texture that may work a little bit better, but again, right here, this point, I just want to create kind of dirty look on her hands because she was fighting with this. So we'll just go add dirt right here. Let's go 20%, so we'll go a little bit faster. Maybe add a little bit to her forehead, right on her shoulders. Some areas we can see it. And this seems like have some pattern to this, so we maybe want to switch on different type or add extra. Okay, right here, I don't want this white come up. Okay. Okay, so this is look okay, but it still have a little bit this pattern kind of applying to this. So we could modify by applying also blur and blur, so we can just slightly blur out again those effects, so we still have them. Dirt right here, you can see very settled, but it still be there. Okay, we can apply any additional dirt if we can do it. If you don't have a mask, you can always create, and let's do this one. So we'll create one, we'll fill up with some color. We go to filter render, and we'll go to use the clouds. Okay, we can use it filter render different clouds. We can press F, Control F few times, just so we can apply some effect to this. Okay, Control L we'll press, so for the levels we can bring kind of a little bit more higher contrast to this. Okay, we also can go to apply even additional noise, so you can see kind of like almost, you know. Okay, next, same thing, so we can go just to link to our model, switch to the different mode. You can do to multiply if you want it, and you notice how it is a little bit too strong, which is fine. We can go to the soft light, which is applied just a little bit less. Okay, we can bring down and just slightly, maybe around right here. Okay, let's go create another mask, fill up with the black, and same thing, so you can just take this way and apply some dirt in some areas. So we don't need to do everywhere, but it's worked very well if you do want to close some other effect. Again, we just apply some of this. Let's go on our hands, and obviously the bear need to be dirty. So we can do on your knees, close, hands, okay, right here. So you can see we can apply this kind of additional dirt to layers, so make a little bit more grungy look. Okay, let's go next. We have this around blood, so what I want to do, I want to take that blood and kind of apply it around. Before jump to this, notice what's happened right here where we had a nice pen tool. You see how the edge going very nicely on this edge right there. We kind of don't have this nice clean edge, and so I want to fix this. We can always do by adding to the main model. We can add additional layer, okay, and we can use it 5 or 10% opacity. We can come closer, and this is how you can simulate somewhat blurring. You can add a little bit of the transparency, so it will kind of start blending. You can see more. Okay, this is one way. The other ways is we already have the dodge and burn additional layer. So what we're going to do, I'll show you in a second, we can darken that edge with dodge and burn. So let me go ahead first, make slightly transparent this. Again, it's work very well if you have it for fur or the other ones, because the edges is always somewhat kind of almost transparent. Okay, so we can go right there. That's one reason why I don't necessarily like to use the selecting tools, Magic Wand or other ones. If you can use it, pen as always will provide a little bit data for you. Okay, we can go back here, and now we can just dark a little bit these edges. So go again over. Don't do too much, so we don't need to go overboard, but we can just slightly darken them. Okay. And we'll have it as one more things to do after this, so we have it a bit more nicer blend our model with the background, because we have it the glowing, so we want to add that effect as well. Okay, so right here kind of add darken edge, and we'll work, probably come back and work a little bit more on this edge afterwards. But overall, even you darken, you can see it's kind of start blending way better right here inside. Okay, same things if her hair look okay, but you can do same things on her hair. Same as we can take, oops, actually, mask, and same things you can apply just slightly on the edge of her hair. This will help for those, add somewhat transparency so you can see background to her hair. It just slightly lightens to this. Okay, I think that's a look better. Okay, one other things, and it's work very well if you have a glowing effect on the back. You can always click on a model. So we select the model. We're going to create new layer. Let's take this layer all the way up on the top and unlink for now. So it's new clean layer. Okay, we're going to select, modify. We're going to expand, and let's expand by 5 pixels for now. We'll go to fill up this with actually white color, and we're going to select, modify, contract, and we did it 5 pixels, so let's do 8 pixels, and we'll delete it. So all what we have, this is kind of edge outline our model. Because it's on the top, we can create a very nice range glow. So let's go filter, blur, and we'll go to Gaussian blur for this, and right here we can add maybe even 15 a little bit to this, switch this more to the soft light. So now you can notice right here on the middle we'll have some nice glowing, and it will cast mostly like on a dark, look on her dark clothes, like right this area, so you can see how it start casting from the back. So this is a help to blend model in. It's not necessarily work right on her shoes, so every time when you do this, you want to create a mask, switch to the black color, and we want to mask or remove it around. But again, around her beard, if you want, we can remove it, but it will work nice around the fur, and it's work around hair, work very well. So you can see right here, kind of nicely add effect around here. Okay, so we can overall mostly right, if you have lights glowing rather behind the model, this way it will help blend together. You can also use not necessarily white, because we're using white on the background. If you have it yellow or other color, casting color, all what you do, you just fill up with that color, and it will be create nice color casting on a model, so you will have that nice blending inside. So okay, let's go. In next tutorial we'll continue adding more details to our